What's up, you all? I am here. What's up, CDP? What's up, Island Diva? I hope everyone is doing well. Now, I'm in an area that is really sketchy with the internet. So if I go out, know that I'm coming back. Just want to put that out there. But I called a friend of mine who's a lawyer in the Atlanta metro area, and we talked about this Yousef situation. And so he schooled me. It's always good to talk to someone who is in the legal profession. And so he's saying that, at the end of the day, um, the app, are they going to protect themselves? The parents did the right thing. And of course, the child is the victim, which I've never said the child wasn't the victim. And he said, so it's still going to be on Yousef. However, he said there is some things that may go on if he cut contact with the child. Now, again, nobody is team Yousef. Nobody is team nobody. Not me. So Yousef could be facing an uphill battle. And if he goes to jail, he goes to jail. Because at the end of the day, make sure you okay. Make sure you're looking out for your kids, and there's a lesson to be learned. So Yousef has an uphill battle. However, he still has due process. And due process, due process. Now, a lot of you all are mad, y'all cussing. It doesn't faze me one bit. They even said somebody is questioning my education and they don't even have any. I think that's really rich. But at the end of the day, I called the person who I needed to call, who doesn't know anything about the beef sector, and I told them exactly what was given, and that's it. And I can accept that. So, Yousef, you have an uphill battle. I believe that you should have not come on the apparatus, the app, StreamYard or the YouTube. I felt that you shouldn't have sent all of that stuff to those people. But everybody still has due process. So we're going to see how it plays out. And I've always said that we're going to see how it plays out because I am not the judge, the juror, or anything else. But baby, I don't get bent out of shape. So Island Diva, baby, let Dovey, let Sir King, and all of those people say what they want to say. At the end of the day, baby, they ain't my friends. I'm here for my coin. This is business. This is business, and it is what it is. I made my phone call, got what I needed to hear, and that's it. And so, Yousef, we'll see what happens. Because I've always said we'll see how this plays out. And I always people talk about something you protect. I ain't protecting nobody. First of all, I live in Texas, and it is what it is. Now, what I am gonna say is, if you live in the state of Texas, it is early voting. Make sure you vote. I will be voting on Thursday. In the state of Texas, you can vote where you need to vote. So for early voting, you can vote where you need to go. Also, um, if you are over the age of 70, your ID may be expired, you can still go. If you are under 70, you have 4 years. 4 years. Your license be expired for 4 years. You can use a passport. You can use a gun license. All of those. I want to throw that on out there. But let me say this, y'all. If Yousef goes to jail or not, it doesn't have any major impact on my life at all. At all. If Yousef put it on YouTube, we're going to talk about it. As far as people being upset, you can stay upset. I'm not bothered one iota. Hate my guts. I'm not bothered. I'm not bothered. Not bothered. Baby, y'all have let people do crazy stuff. We done beat they cheering on camera. We done seen people beat dogs. We done seen all of this stuff. Child, okay, it is what it is. I ain't letting y'all hoes up here trying to run me. Absolutely not. You can say what you want. I ain't deterred or moved. But Yousef, you got a steep hill because again, the state of Georgia says that even though that person is 15, you know there's a victim. So I don't know how you gonna plan this. I don't know what your lawyer got in store. I don't know if it's gonna be a plea. I don't know what is gonna happen. But it's all about due process. And again, regardless if you feel that man is guilty or not, he has his day in court. Everybody has their day in court. Period. It is what it is. So that's what I came to say. But baby, the girls are mad. They all bent out of shape and all of this stuff. And okay, go vote. Go do what you got to do. It is what it is. And do I act real nonchalant? I do, because some of you all are piss poor. Some of the stuff that you all do and you all allow to go on. But then I'm moving the goalposts. Oh no, the goalpost has been explained. Thank God for friends in the legal profession. And at the end of the day, Yousef, you got a steep hill to climb. And if you go to jail, you go to jail. Because the law is the law. And it is what it is. And I've always said that. So regardless if it was on an app or Facebook or whatever, it's always on the person. So it is what it is. That's it. That's it, Dre Day. Dre Day, these people want to argue. That's what they really want to do. And I'm fine with that. But like I said, I wanted to make sure, and I called my friend who, like I said, who's a lawyer in the suburbs of Atlanta, say, hey, I got a question to ask you, da 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 da. And then he went on, because most of those apps protect themselves by putting that 18 there. And even though it should be greater uh, identification, verification, or verification, it's not. And they have legally protected themselves. The parents did the right thing by calling. And so the onus is on Yousef. And so we will see. And I do think Yousef hurt himself by coming on here. But if I would have said that, you trying to protect them. You trying to protect them. No, I ain't trying to protect them. I'm just telling anybody, if you got an ongoing case, you need to shut your mouth. Tommy, Castro, all of y'all. Oh, let me say this too. Lovely love. Lovely love. I don't want you near my platform. Don't you even click up. So I happened to see Tommy's live, and Lovely Love had the nerve to say, don't you let that man interview. First of all, Lovely Love. First of all, I had Tommy come to my platform because somebody asked me, did I want to interview Tommy's father? And I'm like, well, what does Tommy think about it? Because I don't know if Tommy sent the person. I don't know who sent who. And when I found out that it was not from Tommy, I said, oh no. And that was that. Here come Ugly Love in the chat talking mess. Let me tell you something, Ugly Love. I don't set anybody up. I don't beg you to click on the channel. I just wanted to know if Tommy sent the message or not. And when he confirmed that he didn't, I knew what it was about. But Ugly Love, since I'm so dangerous and I set people up, don't click on my link. And that's all I need to do is send you. And I think I'm going to block you tonight too. Yeah. You and Ken are the scum of the earth. Baby, I don't care what y'all got to say ever and ever. I don't really care what you have to say. But you be careful of what you put out because you may be in danger yourself for harassment. So you be careful what you do. But I don't care what you think about me. You didn't save me. You definitely didn't die for me. And your name ain't Jesus. And you ain't God. And that's who I'm concerned about. And so, yeah, I don't care what you think. Thank you, though. I appreciate it. So again, my lawyer friend and I talked. So the onus is on you, Yousef. You may get some. They may consider you cutting it if you did that, but it's on you because the company not held liable. So I'm just glad that I found that information out. And that's why I'm coming out today. But I would rather hear it from somebody who practiced law. And so I got it from someone who deals with this kind of thing. And so, yeah, it's all good. Baby, I don't know. I don't know. But let me say this, y'all. Don't be moved. Everybody wants you to agree with them and all of this and all. I don't. I don't. And I'm about the due process. Everybody. I don't care if they are red-handed. They stole the stuff and you see them steal it. They deserve due process. That's how we are in the United States. We have due process. So Yousef, even if he is caught red-handed, due process. You don't lock people up. That's why we having issues right now. People getting thrown into the detention centers who are actually going through the process and in the courts, but they don't get their due process. It's wrong. So these old girls, the girls are coming, honey. They're coming for Jay Wilson. Jay Wilson don't give two damn. Two damn. I don't work for the prosecution office. I don't work for Bibb County. I could see if I worked for Bibb County Courts or I was a bailiff for Bibb County. I'm not. I'm not. But I can give my opinion. I mean, just like what's her name said to Clean, Nicole Tyler is a Trump person. As much as I don't like it, she can give her opinion. She can give her opinion. Girl, they question my education now, girl. Okay, question what you want. But baby, I'm not moved. I'm not moved. I'm not moved at all. And like I said, if it's time for me to leave YouTube and the people all leave me and I'm by myself and there's zero people, well, we'll go right on into the sunset because we got a career. But I'm telling you, I'm not moved by that. Pressure don't do that junk to me. That does it to you. But baby, I am who I am. You did not hear me once malign the victim. Not once. You did not hear me once extol that. But I am going to say this. You better make sure your young person is safe on these things and they're going to places where they should go. And that's any parent. And this is why computers and things are not a substitute for a parent. Dovey, you got a lot to say, girl, but wasn't your son whooping your ass? Wasn't he putting hands on you? Huh? I mean, yeah. I wonder why. Because as old as I am, I would never think about even lifting a finger towards my parents, mom or dad, or elderly person. So for the mere fact that he did that to you, baby, it's something missing there. I'm just saying. So it is what it is. Lovely love. Didn't somebody lay hands on you too? Girl, these people, it's just those people. And again, I just sit there and laugh. Not at the situation, but at the people and their outrage and stuff. And okay, you be outraged. Be angry, but sin not. That's Bible. So it is a pastor, one of your men who is being abused has been removed from the home. Great. And he needs to be removed. He needs to be removed. That's great. I said that Yousef is I said Yousef deserves due process, that he deserves a trial so he can explain his side of the story because everybody deserves due process. Now, I did say that they need to strengthen these age verification and they need to give parental control. And I don't think nothing is wrong with that. But my friend, who again is a lawyer, said that it doesn't matter. It does not matter. That's how apps get out of it because they put it there. So legally, they're free. You know, big corporations making money, they're free. So it does fall on the onus of the person, and and that's for the state of Georgia. That's for the state of Georgia. So I'm like, okay. So he has a steep hill to climb. He said, yes, he does. He has a steep hill to climb. And if he cut it, they may or may not look at that, but they don't have to because that's the law. And you know what? The law is the law. And you see how I can accept that? That's the law. And I ain't trying to change the law. It is what it is. But the law also says that if that man don't have a lawyer, one will be appointed to him so he can have his day in court. It is what it is. Baby, they can give me the side. I don't get. Let me tell you something. Honey, these folk didn't save me. And I give a lot of these hoes side eye too, but I don't say anything. So I'm good. But let them give me the side eye and let them say what they got to say. It's America. They have a right. It's called freedom of speech. And as long as that speech is not going to cause harm to somebody or harassment or threat, they have every right. Because this is America. So let them side-eye me. Cross-eyed, side-eyed, all the eyes. But baby, I'm here to make everybody who ain't happy with me mad. Some people may be happy, they be mad as well, but it is what it is. Some people get clicks and views being drunk. Some people get clicks and views and doing a lot of things. My thing is this: if it pisses you off, I'm gonna make you mad. So some people are gonna be upset, but the law is the law, and the child is the child. So you, Seth, you can say whatever you want to about how you did, but if the child is 15, baby, in the state of Georgia, she says that, honey, you're still liable. So you got an uphill battle. But uh, you deserve your day in court. Nobody just ain't gonna throw you in jail. Honey, these hoes would throw you in jail and throw away the key, and you wouldn't be able to say nothing. It is what it is. It is what it is. So shout out to my friend for giving me unbiased, unemotional, but straight from the cuffs information about the laws in Georgia when it comes to that type of situation. Okay, what else is going on? What else is going on, you all? Like I said, lovely love, girl. I'm gonna find your page. I'm gonna go ahead and block you. I'm just tired of y'all two-faced hoes coming up here, want to smile in your face, want to click your link, and then want to be a child. So I'm gonna block you. You don't add nothing either. So again, we'll do that. Why am I dropping my link? Why am I dropping my link? I'm just asking. Why am I dropping my link? For who? No, I don't watch him, so I didn't see it. Mm-mm. Yeah, why am I dropping my link? Tell me why I'm dropping my link. I caught Unlovely Love over in Tommy's platform talking about I'm trying to set him up, and no, I don't set people up. There are people who can't come on my link and people who can. And if you can come on my link, you come on my link. I don't make people do nothing. But I'm glad he did though, because again, I was only asking him about that because I'm not sure if he sent that person because they was like, "Do you want to interview Tommy's dad?" I'm like, "Well, what does Tommy think about it?" And again, it shut it down. So anyway, it is what it is. Okay. Brian came for you on 13 Live today. He is joining up. So let him pile up. Okay. What am I gonna do? Cry? What am I supposed to do? Cry? I wanna go outside in the rain. It may sound funny, but I go outside in the rain. Okay. This ain't the first time they piled up, and this won't be the last time. It's part of the beef section. Some people agree with your stance, and some people don't agree with your stance. Okay, and you don't. Fine. It is what it is. I am sorry about that, but no, I'm not dropping the links down. No, I didn't even drop it down this morning. Nuh-uh. So I'm just chilling. Unfortunately, I'm sorry that your child had to go through that, and hopefully that issue has been resolved, and that you got the due process that you needed, and the judge did the appropriate thing by you, and that's what I really hope. You know what I'm saying? So nobody really wants that, but I'm telling you, and you know what? And this is not a Yousef thing either. See, everybody wants to jump on the Yousef thing. If you are a man, if you are a man on these apps talking to these women, you better do the same thing because you can have a Yousef moment. So yeah, you better make sure because you can have a Yousef moment. So it doesn't matter, male, female, what. If you do X, Y, Z and you send an X, Y, Z, you better verify because if you do, maybe you can find yourself in a Yousef situation. Girl, all of us you face, but let me tell you something. We subcontractors. Girl, we subcontractors. I don't owe nothing to these folks. I don't know them emotionally. I don't go over their house and eat. I don't talk to them. So again, they can say whatever they want to say. I don't know them in my real life. My real life is totally different, and it is what it is. But I talk about what I see, and so I said, well, let me check the Georgia statutes, and let me call my friend who's a lawyer, and he set it off, and he set it straight. But he said the man still, you're right, he still has his day in court. It may not go the way he wants to, but he has his day in court. And I'm like, okay. Wow. Now, I am so sorry to hear that. Um, Smooth's wife, I am very sorry to hear that. Because again, I do think that the apps play a role in this. I do think they play a role. And I don't think they should be protected and given that carte blanche just to put that on there and that's all. I think they have a role. I think corporations have a role to give parents, especially to teenagers and these kids, apps to make sure, which they have, that they can check and see what's going on, limit the time, and I believe that parents need to use them. I truly believe that. So I'm sorry you didn't get justice. So it is what it is, you all. I mean, let me say this. I have told Tommy and Castro to really step back from YouTube. But baby, they keep on going. And nobody ain't set nobody up. Now Stomp Down is really good at adding to stink to stuff that ain't really there. But nobody don't tell them to come on. Nobody ain't, I mean, seriously. These people know they have cases. They know what they gotta do. They know exactly what's going on. Anyway, it is what it is. They said the FBI can't even get access to the man's Apple. Wow, smooth white. Wow. Well, baby, you still need to go vote. As a matter of fact, I'll be voting on Thursday. But the thing is, the man deserves due process. If somebody saw you stealing food from Walmart and they got it on camera, you still deserve due process. You still deserve due process, but at least you have your day in court. It's changed me. I just think that Yousef is pretty much he's gonna have a hard road to climb, and it may not be his intent. I'm not saying that because I don't know. I'm not in that man's mind. But even if that's not the case, he's still gonna have to pay for that, according to the lawyer. Well, Cosmic Girl, no, I'm not. I'm not. No, I'm not stopping. I'm not stopping because if he had to come to the quarter B sector, he'll be in jail. And then y'all get mad because you're looking at things. And like I said, I'm glad I talked to my lawyer friend, but he still got to get his due process. But people, man, you supported him. I don't know that hoe. We don't eat, we don't talk, but I see all y'all scrambling like roaches to get away from him. Oh, he ain't beef set. I ain't never said nothing about him. This man came on my couple times, so I wasn't his favorite. You know, Brianna them and all them folk was his favorite people. Okay? Not me. So again, I'm looking at y'all scrambling like roaches trying to get away from him like Jeffrey Epstein. That's y'all. I'm sitting there watching. So I don't have any loyalty or anything to Yousef. None whatsoever. If you go to jail, oh well. It is what it is. Itsy bitsy, understand. Understand. But he still got to go through due process. He still got to go through the due process. Baby, they throwing them, honey, threw them away like trash, like Jeffrey Epstein. Maybe people was pussy popping and pee peddling and, oh, no, 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 no. Well, he was over here. Oh, he was over here. Okay. Okay, we see it. I think it's funny. The folk don't run my life like that. I'm sorry. And all people have said and what they said about me, okay, whatever. So what else is going on besides that? It seems like this is taking up a lot of time, but it is what it is. Well, a lot of people need to learn from this. A lot of people need to learn from this because a lot of people may think, well, the company did it, but no, 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 no. Because when he said that, it was like, okay, but then talk to the lawyer friend, don't matter. And I believe somebody had said that, but again, I wanted to confirm, and the lawyer said, yep. It does not matter. Someone said, I guess all the flag is taken down. People's page limit has taken a back seat to this. I guess so. I just want to say something because I am working parent in school full time, state of Georgia, Henry, and they will look the parents up and not the people who do this. Oh my God. Smooth wife, I am sorry that that has happened. And again, my heart goes out. Really, it does. Really, it does. Deanna saying she never knew Yousef. Oh, okay. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, your girl told to try to use Yousef as a coin belt. Yeah, people looking at her like, why you do that? You all, I'm just laughing because, again, at the end of the day, you may not agree with me, but I'm not here to agree with you. And I never said that other people can have an opinion. I ain't never said that. And I also said that whatever happens, the court's going to wing it out. Even with the lawyer telling me that, and even if I would have been wrong on that, which I was, because, again, at the end of the day, the state of Georgia said, no, 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 you still held responsible. But regardless, the man still deserves due process. And like I said, this is the court of YouTube. Because at the end of the day, I don't have all the evidence. And everybody on YouTube don't have all the evidence either. The court is going to parse it out, and they're going to figure it out. Because, again, I can have my opinion and what I think, but the court, the judge, is going to hand down what he thinks or she thinks. And that's what really counts. I don't care what they said. K Fit has some words for me. God bless her. I don't care what K Fit says. I don't care what J Dunn says. I don't care what Jay Wilson says. I don't care what they said. Read the Heart of Philadelphia. Baby, y'all ain't in that court because at the end of the day, it's gonna be the judge to make the decision. And if the man is found guilty, that's his lot in life. So be it. Whatever they find him as, so be it. You all act like I was saying, oh, he's not guilty. I never said he wasn't guilty. I said he's innocent until proven. And the judge is going to make that. See, that's what I don't get. And y'all still get mad. And that's why I sit here and laugh. Oh, you're a monster. You do. No, 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 no. He's going to have his day in court. And whatever's decided, that's what's going to be his life in life, his lot in life. You don't hear me rallying, talking about release Yousef or justice for Yousef. You don't hear me saying that. I am saying though, justice is gonna have the process. The process will be done, regardless of what we think. We can think whatever we want to. It's gonna be up to the judge and however they decide to run that court. I'm saying it because it's my channel. I'm saying it because there's 264 people in here, and I'm saying it because the haters and the people who like me alike are coming over here. So that's why I'm saying it. When you stop coming over here, we'll stop talking about it. But you are just as complicit. You sitting right on over here. Y'all sitting here eating it right on up, and I'm gonna sit right. See, this is what y'all don't get about me. If you stop talking about it, I'll stop talking about it. But the more you talk about it, the more I'm going to talk about it. Because I'll be damned if you're going to be able to talk about it, and I ain't going to be able to talk about it. I'll talk about it till the wheels fall off. Long as you over here, I'm going to talk about it. You sit here eating it up, I'm going to sit here and feed it to you. And when you don't want no more, or you reject it, then I guess I got to feed you something else. Oh, no, I wouldn't keep blaming nobody. I still stand to it. Teach your children that, hey, these are restricted areas. The state of Georgia says that they are victims and that it is the liability of the person. But, baby, if you can read and comprehend, Stay out of those situations. Everybody, this is what I've been hearing. Everybody was a child once. Everybody, da 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 da. But see, when I was a child, we didn't have all of this. It's a new day. It's a new day. Internet was just coming out when I was here. It's a new day. It is a new day. So now you're gonna have to be a robo parent to make sure, and you gotta get some gadgets to make sure your child is doing what they need to do. Yes, baby, they're vulnerable. Y'all. I taught high school. It was a young person who was same gender loving, and the person's parents had restricted them not because they were same gender loving, but because they were on punishment, and the person who they were with, that they didn't really want them to be around. Honey, when I tell you that when that person got caught, they begged me, not to call their parents. I called the parent. And me and that parent had a good conversation. And I self-disclosed to that parent that I'm not after your child because I'm same gender loving as well. And I want your child to get this education because I know your child is going to need this education. Baby, that girl had another phone. Mama had to do a thorough investigation. So I'm not dumb to what goes on. I have to sit with many parents, but that mama was not playing. I'm just saying. And you know what? For the mere fact that she was begging me, I said, I'm going to call your mama because you know right from wrong, and you know better. And you know better. And you know better. So nobody ain't victim shaming at all. You better teach your children. You better inform and educate your children. That's what I'm saying. And that ain't victim shaming. That may save their life. That may save their life. Baby, I ain't moonwalking. No. Because I never said anything derogatory towards the victim. Let me tell y'all something. Say what you want. Like I said, y'all hoes ain't turning nothing. I'm good. I'm here. And I'm going to do what I'm going to do. And if you don't like it, too bad. Get your own channel and start your own channel. Because ain't no hoe who don't cam up and hides behind the keyboard got anything to say to me. You all are here. We can talk about voting, and y'all ain't here for that. Or we can talk about XYZ. Only a few. And thank you to faithful few, because there's some people who are really into that. But these hoes ain't trying to do nothing. Baby, they ain't trying to do nothing. They don't care nothing about that. But they love this mess. And I understand why Oprah got out of the mess business and started doing positive stuff. I understand it. But that's what y'all like. That's what y'all feed on. It is what it is. I hope the parents have a sit down and talk. This is a learning lesson. Some parents in here need to talk to their children and make sure they're okay. Ain't nobody moonwalking. You better learn from this. You better learn from this. I know I'm learning from it. Oh, I called real quick. But baby, I'm chilling out. I'm just trying to figure it out, girl. I ain't stressing this. Baby, I ain't stressing it one bit. They brought it to YouTube. We discussing it. Some people may like what I gotta say. Some people may not like what I gotta say. Oh well, it's America. It's called freedom of speech. I have it. As long as I'm not yelling fire in a public place or everybody, it is what it is. This is for educational purposes. This is an entertainment show, and it is what it is. Well, like I said, I don't know what's going on because we only know in part. And just because you have those court documents, you don't know what the judge has. You don't know what they have found as far as the investigation. We don't know. I mean, the only thing is, I know I'm gonna have somebody at that courthouse. I'm gonna have somebody at that courthouse. Now, get mad at that too. I'm telling you in advance. I'm gonna have somebody at that courthouse. Get mad at it. If they allow people to come to that courthouse to hear, oh, I want to hear, and I'm gonna have somebody right there. And I'm telling you right now, I'm gonna have somebody right there. So enough. So anyway, it is what it is. Honey, let them pile up. Hey, look, I'm pile right on up. Okay, what else is going on? I'm trying to say what else is going on, but people want to continue to talk about it, so I'll talk about it. So what else is going on in the beef sector besides this? Now, I think that Las Vegas is going to be happening soon. So is Las Vegas going to be happening on Thursday? Am I correct about that? So are we waiting for the Vegas? So Vegas starts on Thursday, right? Okay. Well, that's going to be interesting too. We're going to see how that works. The beef sector ain't dead. Long as we can pile up on people, be mad at people, be two-faced with people, baby, the beef sector is never going to die. It may be slow, but it ain't dead. They said limit cancel Vegas. Okay, we going to watch it. No, 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 no. Baby, I don't listen to people drag me. Uh-uh. Uh-uh. I don't listen to people drag me. They two-faced. That's what they do. I don't care about that. Do y'all care about it? I don't. He's still mad because of that trademark fortune situation. So, yeah, I can see why he'll drag me. A lot of people are upset with me. A lot of people are mad at me. And I guess they lick back or get back, but out of sight, out of mind. So let them say what they want to say. But I tell you what, the streets are being fed, and people got hunted. No matter what you say. And let me tell you something. I'm not on this hoe to be liked. I'm not on this hoe to be revered. If that happens, that's fine. I'm on this hoe to make a coin. That's what I'm here for. And I've always been honest and upfront about that. And if you don't like it, if you think it's disgusting, then okay, that's you. But honey, I'm here for that. Sure enough. And I don't have to be in no group thing. Baby, now nobody don't know Yousef. Nobody don't know Yousef. They said Gianna Irvin don't know Yousef no more. Greenham don't know Yousef no more. Nobody don't know Yousef. Nobody knows him. Nobody knows. Nobody don't know him now. Nobody don't know him. And then all of these all of these post-profits, not pre-profits, but all of these post-profits coming out. Ooh, I knew something was wrong with him because I saw it in his eyes. Why didn't you say nothing at the beginning? Now all of a sudden something wrong? Dove, wasn't you in Louisiana Red with Yousef? Wasn't Yousef doing work for you, Dovey? What he doing work for you, Dovey? You always burning candles and doing hoodoo. The spirits didn't tell you that you had a predator amongst you, Dovey. Didn't Louisiana Red by 4 tires, and then he was coming over your house to help you with your computer, Dolphin. But now you don't know him. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Uh-huh. 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 TJ Wilson didn't have no issue because there's no friends on YouTube. We only subcontractors. Okay. But oh no. Maybe y'all scattered away from him like Jeffrey Epstein. Maybe you think this was the Epstein files, how y'all acted. Nobody don't know nobody now. I don't know the man. I don't know the man. Ooh, Jesus. Nobody don't know him now. But when he was getting them 4 tires, somebody gave a credit card so he could get them 4 tires. Or when your computer was in disrepair, he was gonna come and fix his computer, wasn't it? But now you don't know. Okay. 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 Yeah. Anyway, but I'm gonna have somebody at that courthouse I show at. And it is. And it is. And it's just like it is my prerogative to say that that man deserves due process. And that I'm waiting for the judge and the information and all of that, and the man is innocent until proven guilty. So see how I made that decision and sticking with it? But see, I'm sticking with mine. I'm sticking with mine. Even when I found out that he is going to be held liable because the state of Georgia don't give a damn what app you own, they going to hold you liable. But he still deserves his due process and innocent until proven guilty by a court of law. That's a law. See, I didn't waver not one bit. Didn't waver one bit. Had to go check with my friend who was a lawyer. He said, oh no. He said they can do that. I'm like, oh, okay. So see, I was wrong about that. See, I admitted, I was wrong about that. But even in the midst of being wrong about that, he still deserves his due process. And he's innocent until proven guilty by a court of law. And if he did wrong, he will be proven guilty. See how easy that was? No emotions tied to it at all. Just straight law. I was trying to change the man's mind because the lawyer, the one who practiced law, told me, showed me in the statutes. I'm like, okay, all right. And I'm good with it. Didn't argue him down, didn't get emotional about it, And I still say what I'm saying. And I don't care who likes it or not. Okay. And if he's guilty, then your suspicions will be correct. Because I'm not saying the man is innocent, but he is according to the court of law. And once the law confirms that, then we can confirm it. Because I didn't tell y'all he was innocent or guilty. I just said that the law is going to handle it. That's all I said. I ain't never said that that man was innocent. I didn't ever say that the boy was wrong. I do say that, though, you 15 and you don't need to be on the map. And I ain't victim blaming. You just don't need to be. And I hold to that. I don't care who says what. I don't give 5 damn. But according to the law, it is what it is. And if Yousef is found guilty, I'm going to say, ooh, he's guilty. Now, you can have your suspicions and feel how you want to, but I'm waiting for the court of law. But I ain't never say he was innocent. Easy. Okay, Queen. Let him be what he wants to. I don't know if he did the interview or not. I think it is good discussion, Dre Day. And maybe people can talk about it on their platform. You don't have to be on my platform because a lot of y'all want to get real spicy with me, and I'm going to match that spicy energy. So guess what? This may not be a good place for you to talk because if we can't talk like adults, then you ain't coming on my because I'm going to return that energy. But I'm glad that people can talk about it on their platform because it's their platform and they have a right to talk about what they want to on their platform. No, baby, I'm telling you all that everybody has the right to their opinion, and if my opinion is different than yours, that's fine. But I didn't have to go into name calling and all of this stuff. I don't have to do that. But we gonna see what happens in court. I'm really waiting for the court. I'm let people do what they want to. They can say whatever they want to. I'm the scum of the earth, yada yada yada. I'm waiting for the court. I'm really ready to hear what the judge has to say and what the ruling is gonna be. That's what I'm really looking for. All of this other stuff that people murmuring and all of this stuff in the B sex and these other sections, that's cute. That's cute and it's good for the content. But I'm really interested in what the judge and the court has to say. That's what I'm interested in. Yousef ain't on her stuff. No, she's a bad bee. No, stand in your stuff, girl. Don't take it down. Stand in it, Denise. Stand in it. Stand in it, girl. Because you don't know him. Okay. But you don't know him. Okay. Okay. Baby, I don't care about that lady. Do you think I don't even know that lady? Come on. Baby, I don't know if that lady come on or not. That lady is non-existent to me. So again, anything she got to say is okay, whatever. She's non-existent. So, okay, well, and do y'all, can I tell y'all, I don't give a damn how these people feel. I never have. I don't believe you took all that money. You took half the pie. Okay. You don't have to believe it, but I did. And I was up front. And I didn't scam. I was right up front. See how that works? And I'm coming on because the hoes go mad. And I'm giving y'all content because the more I come on, the more y'all get upset and y'all want to come on. Y'all now they question my education now. But again, I'm coming on because it's good and y'all like this shit. Y'all like every bit of it. Every bit of it. So somebody gonna come on and say something, y'all gonna be glued right there watching it. Okay, we know what y'all like. Y'all say y'all don't like it, but y'all, I'm hard pressed to see it. It is a great discussion. It does. It goes any kind of way. But this is my platform, and this is what the discussion is with me. Well, girl, whether he was on the app or not, I know what the laws in Georgia say, and Yousef is due his due process, and we gonna find out what the judge say. I find you innocent or I find you guilty, and that's all I'm looking for: guilty or innocent. And if you found guilty, I want to know how many years you gonna get, and that's what I'm looking for. See how easy that is. See how easy that is, baby. I ain't getting in the minute, baby. He could have been on Facebook. He could have been on MySpace. I don't really care now. Now that I know what that law statute is, I'm waiting for the judge ruling. See how easy that is. I ain't trying to make it difficult. I ain't trying to make it difficult. I ain't say I agree with him or anything, baby. I ain't cold to nobody. I ain't called nobody. I'm not that young man's chaplain, and I haven't had contact with his mama, and I really don't know all the stuff behind this, and you don't either. I'm waiting for the judge, and I'm waiting for the juror, and I'm waiting for what happens. Either way. So again, you can say what you want to say. I don't care. If you think I'm cold, oh well. I tell you what, I ain't caught up behind the scenes with all of this foolishness. I tell you that. I ain't in no alliances. I don't care what y'all. Let me tell you that I don't care what you think. And I don't care how you try to paint it. I don't care what slant you try to use. I I shall not be moved. I shall not be moved just like a tree planted by the water. I shall not be moved. Due process, innocent or guilty. If it's guilty, what is the sentence? And that's what I want to know. Now, I was schooled by Georgia law that in the state of Georgia, it don't matter if the had 18 or not. Maybe they said you responsible. So I'm like, okay, he got a tough hill to climb. But that does not change my thoughts to say that that man deserves due process. He deserves his case to be heard by the courts. And he going to either be innocent or guilty. And just because I said that, that don't mean I support him. I support due process. I support due process for anybody. If your son or your daughter was in a situation, they should get due process. Period. That's all I'm saying. No more, no less. Now y'all can make that what y'all want to make. Due process. Due process. I don't know what college he went to, a college that taught civics, to say that everybody has a right to due process and a court-appointed lawyer, or you can get your own lawyer. That kind of college. That's where I'm saying. A college where I would go ahead and seek a lawyer and see his opinion on it, and because he practiced law and can accept it and not get emotional about it. But one thing me and the lawyer did agree on is that, yeah, he deserves his day in court, and it's going to be the judge to decide he's innocent until proven guilty, even if we see the guilt right there. But the court will decide that. I mean, I'm like, okay. So that's all I'm saying. Those are the takeaway points here. Now, how you spin it, that's your business. It ain't my problem. Yeah, it's a lot of things that's going on. But like I said, I'm waiting to hear. I'm more now. I'm pretty much off this. Because the only reason I'm doing it now because the girls is really mad, and I heard it's a pile up and all of this stuff. So maybe I'm here for the content. I'm here all that. But what I'm really focused on now, that's noise to me now. I'm really ready for the court date, and I want to find out when the court date is, so I can have somebody at the court date because I want to know what the judge say. I want to know the things that we may not have heard here on YouTube. I want to see all of that. That's what I'm looking for. All of this other stuff, what people got to say about me, child, had nothing to do with me. I ain't going to court. I ain't talking to people who are underage. And my thing is, I ain't never said I thought Yousef was innocent or guilty for that matter. I'm like, I'm letting the court deal with that. I want to see the outcome. So that's where I am with that. Y'all just got, honey, y'all got anger and stuff. And baby, this ain't talking about me. So why am I get angry now? Why am I gonna get a new lease of life and get upset? Baby, they always talking about me. Keeps me relevant. And testify, that's what I'm saying. If he did the time, if he did the time, it ain't no if about it. And like I said, after talking to my lawyer friend, baby, he got a steep hill to climb. And I thought it was
y'all say that. Because had I said it, y'all defending it. Ooh, the gays defending the man. And y'all PDF files, but now the straight folk saying that it was stupid for him to do all of that. Are y'all defending Yousef? Are y'all telling Yousef that he shouldn't have did that because now it's gonna hurt his case? I mean, it sounds like y'all complicit with Yousef. Because baby, I ain't tell him what to do. I thought he should have been quiet because again, it's an active case. But had I said it, baby, ooh, y'all know how y'all would have they would have spent it, or as the country people say, they would have spent it, honey. Ooh, they would have spent it. Ooh, Jay Wilson up there trying to help. You know, all the gays help each other. Oh, we would have got all of that and some extra. You know how they do. You know how they do. But honey, they mad at me now. Ooh, they mad at me. And I'm Ken. Now they say I'm Ken Nola 9. Ooh, I'm so hurt. I'm so hurt. Oh my God. I wanna go outside in the rain. Okay, girl, I wanna go outside in the rain. Y'all hurt me so bad. Ooh, Jesus. Let me get some tissue. I see the streams of water falling down my eyes. Y'all make me feel so bad. So bad. Let me tell y'all here again. I'm here for my coin. I'm not here for y'all validation. I'm not here for friendship. I'm not here to be liked. I'm here to put a commercial in and do what I gotta do. And if you don't like it, I'm sorry. I'm just upfront and honest and direct. I don't have time for bullshit and all of this stuff. If I say something that changed the world or change a person, then so be it. If I say something to piss you off, so be it. Okay, you can say what you want about me. You don't hear me losing sleep and all of that stuff. And most of y'all try to share stuff with me. And I want y'all to know I don't even care. Because if I wanted to hear it, I would have gone over there and listened for myself. So again, Brian says something great. Great. But anyway, I don't take much from somebody who scammed people, talking about he was going to Washington and didn't show up. Child, please. Child, these schizophrenic people, they love you 1 minute, then they hate you the next minute, then they want to give you props 1 minute. It's the schizophrenic spirit for me. So, yep. Child. My opinion is unpopular. I have not defended Yousef not one time, but honey, the girls they'll spin it like that. And again, I don't have time to be defending my position. I said what I said, and I'm gonna say what I say for the coin. But to say what I said to appease these hoes, absolutely not. And I said what I said, and I won't take it back, and I won't take it back. Now, again, I was incorrect about the Georgia statute. That's why I called my friend who practiced law, and I'm set on that. But it's not going to change to say that that man deserves his day in court, due process, and that everything is going to be brought out in the open. Everything is going to be mentioned in that courtroom. Show is. And then the judge going to say guilty, and you are sentenced to boom, 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 or innocent. Now, we can assume we know what the judge going to say, but I don't know. It don't look good for you, Seth. I can say that, but I'm not the judge. I'm not the juror. I ain't even giving an opinion on it because my opinion don't even count because I don't live in Bibb County and I don't live in Macon, Georgia. So Castro was in his 20s when they accused Jay Wilson of wanting to take him to the cabin. Child, baby, it's a lot of people accusing me of stuff. Girl, I done got accused of being in a park that I don't know nothing about. Ain't never viewed the park. Don't know how the park look. But baby, somebody has some fantasies. Baby, there's a lot of fantasies going on here. Oh yeah, I was accused of that. And again, it ain't fun being accused of something you didn't do. It's not fun, but it is what it is. So, hey, but yeah, baby, honey, when it rains, it pours, honey, all of the hurt, low self-esteem hoes get together, and girl, they go in, honey, they go in. Because, baby, they see that somebody is getting piled on, let me jump on into that. But unlike other people, I don't give two damns. I hate to say it like that, but I don't. And it's quite helpful to me. So, because I'm going to have a nice essence chick. I am. Okay. So, this made up for the Valentine's Day that I didn't come on because I was spending time with my Valentine. So, thank you, hoes. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all. Thank you very much. I guess I'm supposed to shut up because they doing a pile on. Uh-huh. Yeah. Baby, ball, bell, or ball. People worship in a lot of things. Like I said, it's up to people. Let me say this. People can worship who they want to. Let me say this. People worship what they want to. I'm not, I have gone to the point where people can do what they want to. They can study how they want to. Look, just don't tread on me. As that old thing say, don't tread on me. Don't tread on me. As long as I'm not bothering you and what I'm doing is not affecting you, don't tread on me. Leave me the hell alone. Those are my thoughts. Ebony, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to watch it play out too, Ebony. Girl. Well, like I said, I didn't victim shame. First of all, I don't know the victim. I'm reading what you all have in YouTube. Things change. But again, that's why I went to the friend who was a lawyer and got a good picture of what really is going on legally. And after he told me that, I'm like, ooh, he's got a hill to climb. Oh, he's gone. More than likely, he may not. Yeah, more than likely, he gonna have some major problems. Yes, Lord. hmm And so, but I'm not gonna change my stance that I'm not gonna. He's gonna plea out. Well, we'll see. I don't know that. See, we don't know. We don't know. We don't know. Now, it's okay to make a speculation, and people can speculate, but we just don't know. And that's why I'm going to watch it play out. I think it's fascinating. I think it's interesting because, again, it's not only certain communities, it's all communities. Men do it, women do it, gay men do it, straight women do it, straight men do it. So I think people need to keep their eye on this because it's going to play out. So we'll see what happens. And I didn't give an opinion of how I felt about it either. Uh-huh. Now, I did say that parents need to monitor and there needs to be more control, and parents need to talk to their kids about sites. Oh, and I meant that, and I'm not backing down off of that. I meant that. People thought, but we were once kids. Well, I didn't have all of this. I didn't have all of these cell phones and stuff, baby. What we had was a beeper, okay? And baby, you had an old nasty piece of Nokia phone that you can get text off of, but baby, with no internet on no phone. Hello, somebody. So speak for yourself. We have given kids a lot of act. Can I say something too that I think is very, very interesting? And I am not a conspiracy theorist, but a lot of the tech giants limit their kids to the internet, and they don't allow those kids to have a lot of internet access. And I think that is very, very interesting. And if those titans and giants of industry won't allow their kids this, they know something is up. They know something is up. And this is why I'm like, because a lot of these people do not let their kids on the internet like that. And you would think because they are that they would do it. Haitian princess, I think this Epstein case is so critical. I'm serious. I think it's so critical because I think I think people have known about this for years. They knew about Harvey Weinstein. Do you not know they were making jokes about Harvey Weinstein being a perv even at the award ceremony? Some of the comedians, I heard them use jokes about him, and people knew. It was widely known. But because he had so much power, nobody dared say anything because all he had to do was make one phone call and ruin your career. And so I think this, and I'm going to tell you what, I want them to interview Wexner. Again, I'm not in the court documents. I can only go by speculation. But I believe Wexler was extorted. I mean, y'all, this man has never been a money manager. You get this man $600 million, and he ain't never been no money man. Y'all got to realize that Epstein was a private teacher. He taught at a private school. So I don't know if this man is so diabolical that he called Wexner in a compromising position. And you know, these wealthy people are very serious about controlling their image and how people see them. And I am just wondering, was that the case with him? Because you gave that man $600 million, and all of a sudden he's this money manager, and then the access to Victoria's Secrets, and it's a lot. And Wexler is again the wealthiest man, one of the wealthiest men in the state of Ohio. The medical center at the Ohio State is named after him. So that's some deep stuff. The Victoria's Secrets, the Limited, Value City Furniture. I mean, you know, this man had a portfolio of retail. And I think that he did this. And again, they always went after the people who had bad home life and people who felt helpless. Very much human trafficking. And all I'm going to say this too, honey, the British is giving up Prince Andrew. Now, let me say this, you all. Let me say this. It was 270 people in here. When we started talking about Epstein, you see how it went down? But if we talk about Yousef, he always talking about Yousef. Yousef. Now, if I talk about Yousef, boom. But when I start talking about current news and events, you see what happens? I just wanted to bring that to y'all attention. It's an observation, not a judgment, just an observation. But no, I'm not mad at people because, again, people like what they like. And they ain't trying to get people to like anything that they don't like. Oh, they messy as hell. Oh, they messy as hell. So this is why when people want to do pile ups and all of this stuff, baby, I just sit there and watch. I'm like, okay, whatever. Let them pile up. Let them pile up. Let them do what they think they need to do. Okay. And I don't bat one eye, and I keep on moving. Bro, I heard this Tasha K thing is getting real serious about people in this fraud case, girl. Now, I ain't saying nothing about it. I'm trying to be real good about it, baby. But they say Tasha K is doing something over there. Mm-hmm. My. So we'll find out. Ooh, it's a lot going on in these streets. Now, I don't know if it's true, but they trying to allege that, honey, the trans girls is running scams, honey, and they're not being transparent. That's what they say, girl. I don't know. Don't get me the line. But that's what I'm hearing. Anyhow. But look, y'all, I gotta go. I need to eat my dinner. Thank y'all for coming. Let the girls pile up. Let them say what they gotta say, baby. Let them get on that, baby. It helps them. It helps them get it out. It helps them get their lick back or whatever they need. Cause somebody they need to tell their little story. Okay? They need to tell their little story. Let them tell their little stories. Let them tell their little stories. At any rate, y'all gotta go. Peace and love. Y'all take care.